Okay, let's get down with Chris Brown's story. His rise, fall, and then the attempt to climb back again. Many know him for his smooth moves and even smoother tunes, but his fame took on a dark tone in February of 2009. The turn of events began when he turned himself into the LAPD, getting booked for assault with deadly weapons and for making criminal threats. The victim? His girlfriend then, Rihanna. What a plot twist. It was a pre-Grammy night on February 8th. Rihanna and Chris were to perform, but they ended up being no-shows. Pictures of Rihanna's battered face surfaced on the internet, and the world was in shock. Reportedly, the couple had a squabble that escalated into physical violence. Although assault charges were initially filed, the case eventually upgraded to felony assault, which was way more serious. And again, humanity is a sucker for guilty souls trying to redeem themselves, right? Perhaps that's how we can look at the way folks reacted. Of course, there was outrage, disappointment, and a lot of shaking heads. But there was also a glimmer of hope as some extended their understanding, hoping for a change. Chris pleaded not guilty in court during his arraignment, which was curious because earlier he publicly apologized to Rihanna. His words were right out of a scene from a tear-jerker movie, so, "I am sorry and saddened. I am seeking the counseling of my pastor, my mother, and other loved ones, and I am committed to be a better person. Taxing times, fam. Taxing times." After the arraignment, things took shape. The case was postponed because a plea deal was being negotiated. After much ado, Chris Brown agreed to plead guilty in exchange for community labor, 5 years probation, and domestic violence counseling. The golden boy of R&B was held accountable for his actions. Then came the fallout. Chris Brown became the regular gossip machinery fodder, and he was, at least for a certain period of time, literally the poster boy for domestic abuse. His career took a nosedive, and he lost several endorsement deals. His music was pulled off several radio station playlists. The public had its verdict on Chris Brown. As for the experts, they saw a pattern. His actions had severe consequences, and he had to do time, albeit not in the conventional sense. Courts mandated anger management classes, and he had to continue seeing a psychiatrist. They had hoped for him to learn and mature, but his actions remained under scrutiny for years to come. What's the big picture? Domestic violence is no joke. Being famous doesn't give a person a free pass to break laws. Abuse is abuse, no matter the perpetrator. Chris Brown, aka Breezy, learned it the hard way. Although he created a major dent in his image and career, he has since redirected his efforts towards rebuilding his life and career. It's a long road to redemption, and the journey, they say, is often as important as the destination. In conclusion, let's not forget that Chris Brown's case is more than a cautionary tale for celebrities with volatile tempers. It is a reflection of our society, where abuse is inexcusably abhorrent and yet prevalent in darker corners. It emphasizes the importance of knowing the whole story, reacting appropriately, standing hard on issues of violence, whilst extending support for reform and healing.